Welcome to my first HD Weekly Gripe. This is the segment of my blog, my at www.htcampbellmedia.com, where I talk about things that on my mind that bothers me, and I'm sure that bothers a lot of you. And this is my chance to get things off my chest. And you too can talk about things that gripe you or things you want to talk about by either going to my website at htcampbellmedia.com and leaving a comment on the comment page, or you can email me at htcampbell3 at msn.com. But without further ado, as you see, I'm wearing my St. Louis Cardinals shirt. Love St. Louis. And in fact, I love St. Louis. Born and raised here. Left for 10 years. Missed it while I was gone. Came back. Everything I do is live and breathe St. Louis. Even in this year, before I get into the gripe, on the Author's Corner, I'm going to be spotlighting local businesses here. Especially the black businesses are. I'm just going to just soak up so much St. Louis this year. Just stay tuned for that. But speaking of which, I want to talk about, especially with the Rams game just starting right before the Super Bowl. I want to talk about a columnist who said some unsavory things about our city, especially because of the Rams. And in other words, they can't fill their stadiums for Rams tickets. I mean, even during the pandemic, they can't even do their stadiums. So they're blaming us. And the columnists that blamed us really ripped our city apart. And you want to talk about something that's a weekly gripe? That is really my gripe. Talk about my city, and I will talk about you right back. But I'm going to read it to you right now. The columnist Dylan Hernandez from the Los Angeles Times, and he basically goes on to talk about us as to why their tickets aren't selling or why the popularity for the Rams isn't as fruitful as it should be or as they feel it should be. It reads, first it starts off by reading, don't blame Rams for a sorry spectacle of 49ers fans invading SoFi Stadium. This was during the 49ers game. The article goes on to say, something like this is bound to unfold every now and then until there's a generation of Angelinos that views the Rams as Los Angeles team and Los Angeles team only, rather than a refugee from a dump of a city in the Midwest. Dump of a city. First, a few facts. The Rams started off in Los Angeles before coming here. We love our teams. We take care of our teams. Just ask the Blues. Just ask the Cardinals. We love our team. Heck, whether you want to call wrestling a sport or not, WWE has its roots here in St. Louis. This is a huge wrestling. It still is. We just had the Royal Rumble last night. We are a huge sports city. We're building a soccer stadium. We're about to get a professional soccer team again. We have so much going on sports wise here. I mean, I don't talk about my city. Because when you guys were here, we rolled out the red carpet. We made you part of our events, part of our city. You were our family. And we treated you like family. But you let politics get in the way. We bought your overpriced hot dogs. We went to your game. We cheered for you even though you lost. I mean, we were there for you. But again, you allow politics and other people in your ears, and I'm talking about you front desk people. Chronicky, basically. I'm actually pointing at Chronicky. Yeah, you and the front desk people are just, and St. Louis is trash and this and that. So, let me tell you something. Forest Park, The Arch. So much history here. There's a lot of things in this city that is beautiful that you guys never even took the time out to even figure out. We were even going to get you a secondary stadium somewhere. Since you didn't want to be downtown, we were trying our best to even keep you. And you still failed us by leaving. And then for this man to write this little column, just like I'm voicing my column now, to call us a trash city. Now, ironically, a day or two ago, you had a lot of different thefts going on in the city, your city, Los Angeles, and a certain one of our news outlets had a picture of all the trash on your train tracks because that's where they left the boxes. They raided somewhere else and took all the boxes and threw them. So there was a lot of trash on those train tracks. But you want to call us a trash city? We have our problems just like any other city. But we also are a great city. We're great for businesses. Now, if you want my opinion, maybe it's the fact that Los Angeles has a lot of other great sports teams other than you guys. I mean, I'm sorry, but you guys. I mean, baseball teams. Basically, I always call Los Angeles Laker Town anyway. So, I mean, sorry you guys share your city with other with other sports organizations, but you can't blame us. We stopped becoming y'all problem a long time ago. I mean, maybe you're mad at the lawsuit that that you guys owe us money for, or maybe you're upset about one thing or another. But we held up our end of the bargain. Just because you can't fill your stadium's not my problem. It's not St. Louis's problem. Maybe if, and then this is just a stretch here. Maybe if you spent more time promoting the Rams as a football team and actually winning football games, actually concentrated on winning football games, you can get a lot of your fans back. But don't you ever call our city trash. And I'm not saying that in a demeaning way, I'm not saying it in a threatening way, but don't you ever call our city trash. Because what we are, despite what problems we have as opposed to other cities, we're family here. And we support one another. Well, that's it for this week's Weekly Gripe. I'm H.D. Campbell.